another episode of Couch Talks with Skotty. This episode is going to be on the LGBTQ community. So I have my co-host with me. So we're going to get into all details of the LGBT community. Anything you might want to know, send us questions in the comments. We might do a part 3 with the other letters of the LGBT community. So stay tuned.
2, 1.
So guys, I wanted to do this episode specifically because I've had a lot of experience, a lot of friends in the LGBT community. I just keep forgetting to say the LGBTQ community, and I know that just being around them and experiencing things with them that they had to go through, judgment, coming out, the judgment of their parents and different things like that. So I know there's other people out in the world who are trying to come out or just came out and they're dealing with a lot and they don't really know how to go through it. So we're going to help you get through that. And yeah, so I wanted to ask you guys, if you don't mind, to introduce yourself and also what you identify yourself as.
Okay, so my name is Kalani and I identify as a homosexual or gay, if you want to call it.
And my name P. I identify myself as a gay female, but I just go by P.
So you don't identify yourself as like a lesbian?
No, I just really P. I mean, the gay is in me, but it's just, I'm still P.
Okay. So I want to ask like the basic question that you probably get all the time. Do you feel that you were born gay?
Yeah.
Yes. And I only say that because a lot of people talk about this, but I feel like I was born gay. It's just necessarily because something in you can't make you gay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You come out of the womb or what you're attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say.
Yeah, because you start noticing, like, young, you'll have certain feelings in certain ways, but by you being told that it's wrong, it kind of develops later.
Right, because you might be like, oh, I want to be gay, and then you might not even be attracted to your sex. So I just feel like you're born to be gay. If you are gay, you're born to be gay.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly agree. I think people are born gay. Like, I don't think it's anything that can make you, there's nothing that can influence you
can't
because
go through enough heartbreak to just
right.
That's bogus.
Well, you know what? A lot of people told me, but I have a friend who, she got in a lot of bad breakups and stuff like that, and then she went gay. So a lot of people are like, girl, you just doing that, you giving up on dudes, like you just haven't found the right person. Do you think that people do you think there's some people that would do that? That would
I think in some instances that may happen, but almost like that's very rare that somebody would like just turn gay.
Right.
I think you always had a curiosity in you. And
curiosity.
You've been fighting for so long, and like you just like, well, damn, me ain't working out, so I'm gonna just give this curiosity a try.
Right.
So I don't think it's just my heartbreak made me turn away. No, it's always that curiosity.
And recently somebody told me like they think that it's social stuff, social media, TV and stuff like that. Today, like gay is like the new norm. So somebody told me like, oh, that's because people seeing it on TV and they seeing it on social media that it's okay to be gay, so they feel like, oh, I can be gay. But I personally feel like you're born gay. Like if TV and social media can make us, then we all gonna be gay.
Right.
I watch the same TV you watch.
I feel social media and TV is more accepting now, so that's why it's more. You see more people that's more comfortable saying that they're gay, or being out there, because it's not just one person on the block that's gay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of times on social media, you find that people just saying for attention, just to get their followers up and have something to talk about, and then be somebody.
Right.
So I think it's just for an image and social media.
Yeah. So how did you come out?
How did I come out?
Well, I want to ask a better question.
Oh,
who was the first person you told?
The first person I told was my cousin. One of my favorite cousins. That was the first person I told. And then, it was mainly my cousins first, and then my best friend, which is you. Well, I didn't actually tell you. It was a discussion.
Yeah, you didn't.
It was a discussion. And then that's how I did find out. But how I came out was, I didn't get the chance to come out. I didn't get the opportunity to come out, like, you know, verbally by myself. It was just exposed.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, I didn't let the exposure, like, you know, just bring me down. It was just like, it is what it is. Like, who gonna accept it? Gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
But not, you know, gonna do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But school-wise, it was like I said, it was exposed. Somebody, you know, oh, such and such is gay.
Mm-hmm.
And I just let it, you know, I let the rumors flow until I was ready to, you know, make the statement myself. But family-wise, I didn't get the chance to tell my mom either. Somebody relayed the message, and it kind of went like that.
That sucks. Like, I hate, oh, God.
Right.
It's just like, you let people do that on their own time. Like, that's their life. That's their personality. It's like you exposing, you know, their personal stuff. Like, I hate that. Oh, my God, I hate that so much. Like, how did you come out? Or who was the first person you told, and then how did you do
The
it?
first person I ever told was my sister Kaylin, but I think my cousin Leander always knew. He had talked to me about it. But how I came out, I never really had the chance to come out. I was always very flamboyant, very girlish. So I think people took that and ran away.
It was like, okay.
Yeah, but I never actually said I was gay. So, in high school, I got exposed like 3 times to my mama. Like, I still, like, one time the teacher called my mama and told her that I stopped coming to the gay club. She didn't even know I was in that.
Your teacher was in a gay club,
But what was the purpose of
telling him calling?
Right, what was the purpose?
I had stopped going. He really wanted me to be a part of it because I was like one of the most flamboyant people in school, and I was more confident in who I am than anybody in school.
Right.
So he wanted me to be a part of it, but I was like, what if my mama found out?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't ready to tell her all that. So he called her, and he was like, your son stopped coming to the gay club. And I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
So she put me in a room, and I was lying or whatever, because I wasn't ready. Like, I really was not ready.
That's your first reaction, is
but
to
then
lie.
it happened like 2 weeks later. She got a phone call. It was like, she was on the phone with somebody, and it was like, oh, she was like, my son go to Lake area, and somebody was like, my nephew go to Lake area. He might know him. So he asked his nephew who I was, and he was like, oh, the gay boy.
Oh, Lord.
I was just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
no hiding it because I'm tired of hiding it anyway. So.
And then I feel like a parent knows, like your parent.
I felt like she always knew, but just very in denial about it. It's probably kind of hard for them. Well, I'm not gonna say probably because you know, in a world we live in today, it's hard for the LGBT community. So it probably was hard on her to really just believe it.
Right.
Well, let me tell y'all. I had to go through. Well, I want to tell our story first.
All right.
So
I don't mind telling that.
So, Peaches was my very, very first friend. Well, not my first friend because Yariel was. No.
Yariel, yeah.
Yeah, Yariel was.
I met you.
Yariel was my first friend, and then we was at the little lunch table thing, and I saw Peaches. And the crazy thing about me is I'm very girly, but at the same time I can be a little tomboyish, like, you know. And like I loved wearing like basketball shorts and stuff like that to the little freshman seminar. And when I saw Peaches, she was wearing like the same stuff I was wearing, so I was like, oh my God, like this girl is cool. Like we could, like, you know, we the only people that got on like the same type of stuff. Yeah, we was comfortable. So we started talking and hanging out, going to the McDonald's together, and all a bunch of other people and stuff, and we just became really close, really cool, like, and then we were best friends.
Yeah. And
one day during a little camp, like our school did like a little freshman seminar, so the incoming freshmen go the summer before or something like that.
The June before school started.
June. Yeah, the June before school starts. You go and you know, you get to meet your friends, you get to know like how the schoolwork is gonna be, different stuff like that. And it also gives, which this thing I don't know what we're talking about, but it also gives the teachers like a chance to see how you know, work and stuff. But one day we were upstairs and we were hanging out before we had to go to class, and
no, fast forward, this when school started.
Yeah, this is when school started. And I never knew anything about her being gay. I never saw any signs, like nothing. It was, I just thought she was just like me. We're just a little tomboyish. So we were leaning on this table and this girl came up to her, and the girl just started coming a little too close. I'm like, okay. So
the whole time I'm not thinking Scotty's seeing this. I'm thinking, you know, we've been discreet for so long. Like, we had been messing since the summer camp. So we had been discreet for so long. So when she came and hugged me, she's like, I think Scotty looking. I'm like, oh. So it was kind of like, go with the flow.
Let me tell you what I saw that made me know, because you know, girls come hug us all the time. Hey girl, what's up? I thought it was that type of thing. But what I saw was the hands touching the butt. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, why is she touching this girl's butt right now? This is not normal. Like, what is going on? At that time, like, I had never really been around gay people. I was never really exposed to that. Like, in middle school, you have certain people that say, oh, this person gay, but they don't really do much of that type of stuff. You know, you just hear, oh, they gay or whatever. But to see it, like, legit, my first time, like, seeing a girl, like, touch a girl like that. So I was like, I was so shocked. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like, what the fuck? She never told me this. So we went to our, like, afterwards, you know, I ain't say nothing. Mind my little business, girl. You just mind your business.
Because I know she know, but she don't know that I saw that she saw. So it's awkward getting the class. I'm not trying to really walk with her. I'm like, damn.
Yes. So the little bell rang, we going to class, and we had the class together, which I was so happy, because I'm like, yes, I need to figure this out. So we get in the class, and I was like, she was avoiding me so much. We sit right next to each other. She got her back to me like this. I'm like, hello. We got something to talk about, girl. Like, what is going on? So she was really, like, really avoiding me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna slide her ass a note. So I wrote in the note, I was like,
yes, notes was popping.
Notes was popping. I slid her a note, and I'm like, do you got something to tell me? This girl, she sent back, if you don't want to be my friend, I don't care, because I don't need you to be my friend. If you're going to act like this, I am who I am, and that is what, it ain't going to change. I was like, oh my God, first of all, girl, you is my only friend. You're not about to break up with me as my friend. First of all, I just made you as a friend. You're my only friend. No, ma'am. Like, I don't care what you do behind the scenes. You're going to stay my friend. But you need to tell me this. If we're going to be friends, you should be open with me and tell me stuff, you know? So that was so crazy. And she was like, oh, I thought you weren't going to be my friend no more. I thought you weren't going to want to talk to me and all that. But I was like, you know what? I know who I am. I am confident in my sexuality. And what you do is, that's your business. I don't care. You know, we still friends, and we still could talk about anything. Like, you know, and that, you should have that friend. Like, you know what I mean? And I really wanted to say that, especially for people who have a straight person who have a gay best friend, and they like my parents, they gave me so much, like, drama behind it. You always hanging with that gay girl. You always hanging with gay people. You know, that's not a good look for you.
That's what you want.
Like, yeah, like,
you are the company you keep.
Yeah, you are, girl. You are the company you keep. You know, it's just not a good look. My mom used to always say that.
I don't think that's okay, because I feel like as an adult, you should let your teenager experience what they
want to experience.
It's so much that go on while you're a teenager that you just need to do it yourself. You can't have you can have guidance, but it's just really
not somebody down your
neck. Not somebody like like that.
Yeah.
You just gotta
This is what you
experience
have
stuff.
to do.
Yeah,
You can't do
you gotta
this. You can't
experience
do
stuff for yourself and in your teenage years.
That's
Yeah.
when rebellion coming in.
Yeah, and like they gave me a lot, but
Even dudes. Some
Yeah.
dudes wouldn't even want to be Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
Like talk to Scotty just because she hung with
yes, like
dudes would be like, oh no, you hang with that dyke with dude.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? I done went through that. Like,
No.
dudes really be intimidated just because, you know.
yes, and this guy that I really liked, we were talking and everything, and I will always hang with you and Clippy.
Yeah.
And he was like, you always hang with that dyke and that fag all the time. You with that gay shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like that's my friends, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean I'm gay. If I'm talking to you, what do you think that means? Like, you know, but whatever. But like I was saying about my parents, like my mom had to sit down with me and was like, if you're gay, you can tell me. And I'm like, girl, I tell you everything. Don't you think I would have came and told you this? Like, I'm not gay. That's just my friends. I like to hang out with them. They're cool people. If she didn't look like this and she looked like this, you would not give me as much trouble as you do. So, you know, like back up. Like, let me just, you know, hey, have fun with my friend. Don't worry about her sexuality. That's on her parents, herself. Like, I am who I am. Know
Right.
and be confident in your child. Like, you know, and even if I did say, oh, well, yeah, I do want to be gay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still your child. You still gave birth to me. You still raised me at the best of your ability.
Right.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
You know, just still know that I'm my own person and I'm going to grow into my own person.
Right.
Right.
So, when you guys came out, what was, like, were you scared to come out?
Yeah, I was.
You were scared?
Kind of wasn't.
I was at first.
Because I was always so flamboyant, I just thought that, like, everybody wouldn't even care about it. It'd just be
Yeah.
swept under the rug. So I wasn't really that scared. I was more scared of family than
That's how I
society.
was.
Mm-hmm. But why? What was it about telling your family that scared you the most?
Because, like, your family is harsh. Like, they are harsh.
Do you feel like you didn't want to disappoint them?
It's not so much about discipline. I really didn't care about that because at the end of the day, I have to do what's good for me.
Right.
So it was just really about the reactions and what they was gonna say, and not so much how they took it, because either you gonna love me for what I am, or you just gonna keep
Right,
moving.
right.
So I just think it was the reaction more than made me scared.
Yeah.
Same here. I was scared more of family than school. School, I really didn't care so much because I don't hang with people.
Right,
I don't really like, you know.
You're around a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
You gotta learn a lot about these different people, a lot about their personalities, what they do, who they like. So I was never really scared of
School was so much.
Yeah.
But home, I was in disappointment. Yes, I was scared to disappoint my mom, just because, you know, simple
Right.
things. But and plus by me being a baby, then I'm a baby girl and I'm only girl. So
Oh yeah.
that was more, you know. Then growing up, I was always told, you know, that it was wrong. You know, like my family never did. I wouldn't say they bashed gay people, but it just wasn't their cup of tea.
Right.
You know, even though we did have like older cousins that were gay, it just was, you know, it was always known that's not what you do. But I mean, when I came out to my mom, it was cool at first. It was more like, oh, you sure this what you want to do? And you know, kind of, I'm like, you know,
obvious to make sure you're really
right.
there.
And then I'm more like, you know, I'm scared at the time, so I'm just like, I don't know, you know. So that's when the whole bi thing played in a part. And I was just like, you know what, I think, you know. Then I'm a freshman too, and then it's still not really out there, so I'm like, I don't know. And then as she started seeing the change, that's when the trouble came. As she started seeing it, like me dressing, you know, more boy clothes, not really like trying to make my girl clothes look more boyish. I'm actually in boy clothes now. So that's when the trouble came. It was more like the whole attitude, demeanor. You know, I got called names by my own mama, like, you know, just, you know, bashing just, you know, my lifestyle. So it's like that caused trouble with our relationship, and it caused me, like, you know, that's kind of how I really like grew up much faster. I was already mature, but it made me like really, I'm on my own at the time, you know, because mama looking at me like she disgusted. So even though, so I'm just really like, I mean, you know, it was a cold time for me at that time, like my heart, but between. It is emotional because you've been.
We gotta take a break for real, because I'm really like getting emotional. Like,
I don't know when I came out.
I just know what you've been through.
I know it's okay. It's all right.
It's all right.
a hard time around that time. Like between freshman year, the end of freshman year was okay, but between like my sophomore year when I really started becoming myself, that's when the change with home became a factor. Like me changing the way I dress, you know, me wanting to do certain things that my mom didn't approve of because it was like that's related to the gay community. So sophomore year was pretty hard for me because now I didn't went through freshman, you know, coming out to the school, that wasn't too much. But sophomore year, it was like I'm more active in the school. I'm trying to do more like marching. I wanted to play ball.
Yes, marching.
You know, I wanted to play flag football. Like I wanted to do a lot of things, and my mom really cut me from that just because of my sexuality. Right. And you know, her knowing, and you know, it kind of hurted me because at the same time, I want to enjoy my youth. You know, I want to enjoy my years doing what I want to do instead of trying to please someone. So, and to get to pleasing, I went through a stage, like my mom wanted to see me with a boy. I went through a stage, which I really liked to do, you know, but at the same token, I knew it wasn't for me. Right. So just to say that, if you ever feel like you have to please somebody, don't, because you're only going to hurt you and the other person. Like, it's not going to come out right, you know. And it's a selfish way too, because just because I'm going through what I'm going through, I shouldn't drag somebody else, you know, into it. Even though the feelings might be there, but I just know that wasn't, you know, for me. But like back things with my mom. Like one day, it's a story. I was going to Skotty dinner. She always have a like big birthday something. So I was going to her. I think I was sophomore year. She was, I think maybe 16, 17. Yeah, probably. Went to her dinner, and you know, like I say, I started becoming myself. So like the outfit that I had chose, you know, my mom saw me and she was like, you know, basically calling me like a bulldagger, not gonna be coming behind me, and you know, certain things like that. So I'm just like, you know, it hurt me to my point. I didn't even want to go to the dinner more. Like I cried, you know, like just to hear those hateful words coming from your parent that's supposed to love you. And then me and my mom always had a close relationship. Then when my sexuality came out, it kind of like just shattered.
I was shocked at your outfit choice too. Because that was your first time like dressing yourself, because your mom was like buying your clothes and stuff. So once you dress yourself, I was like, oh girl, look how she just letting it loose. I'm here for it, girl. I'm here for it. Like I was like proud, like I really was. Like, and it wasn't no, you know, like, oh my God, whatever. You was with your boyfriend and everything.
No, that's how he became. Because like that day after going through that, like on my way to the dinner, it's like that was my first time really expressing myself and becoming who I want to be. But at the same token, it kind of killed it. Because going through that before I left, and then now I'm at this party with so much emotions, and the guy, honestly, dude been wanting to talk to me, but I just didn't, you know, because I know what I wanted to be. But at that point when he, you know, keep talking and I'm going, it was emotionally like an emotional decision that I shouldn't have made. You know, honestly, just on both parts. But that goes with me pleasing my mom, and then, you know, once I made the relationship with God, my mom was really like happy. And me seeing her that happy made me continue. You know, when I'm knowing that this honestly not really what I want. So, like I said, it was a bad breakup. Come down because it was like not just him involved, it was like another female. So it was, you know, it was a lot of stuff going on like that.
At one point she had a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
And I don't like to, you know, blow on that, but at the same time it was a weird state. It was like a weird point in my life. But I mean, it got to the point like, oh, you want to get in the clothes that if I'm a buy, just what you gonna wear. I didn't, you know, Tim's was the big thing back then. So I asked my dad for Tim's. I was so close to getting the Tim's. He called me, yeah, your mom said you're trying to get them boy shoes. I ain't getting it for you. So I'm, you know, I'm mad, I'm angry because it's not the fact that I'm not getting it, it's just a reason why. And, you know, I feel like it was so petty at the time, you know. But, you know, that's where I got my stride from, like my grind. Like I was always independent, and, you know, but it kind of pushed me a little more because now I see you ain't gonna get nothing on is, you know, our mom and dad ain't gonna be here forever. So, you know, they acting like this now, you know, just preparing you for, you know, what it's gonna be.
Right.
So I just got out there, I went to work in my behind off. Every weekend in school, my high school, I worked. I got it on my own, I got out the mud. So now y'all can't tell me nothing, you can just look.
And with that, it didn't affect our relationship, but I saw less of her because of all of that. Because like she said, like we were both in marching. We marched the banner together. So we did everything together. But once she was going through all of that and she got her job. She was on like 2 jobs and stuff like that. So I would never see her. She wasn't marching anymore. And I honestly didn't know the seriousness of what was really going on, or why she had to get a job, or why she was, you know, not marching anymore and stuff like that. I didn't know. But once we had to talk about it and stuff, I was like, dang, like, that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So sometimes for friends who, if your friends are being a little distant or just not hanging around as much as they used to, you know, just check up on them sometimes, because you never know what they're really going through. Right. And sometimes they run around so much to where they don't really have the time to sit down and talk to you and say, look, this is what I'm going through. So, you know, give them their time and just say, hey, let's meet up one day. I just want to talk and see what's going on. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't talked to you in a while. And, you know, just be there for them. For, especially if they're in situations like this.
And it got,
But
it got to a point where, like, you know, I would be at school, I'm stressing, and I would have these headaches for like 2 weeks that I didn't know why I was having these type of headaches. So I went to the school clinic, and I'm like, you know, I've been having these headaches, I don't know what's going on. So she like, well, are you stressed? You know, just went to talk, and then like I instantly just broke down in the clinic. Like, I'm like, you know, just to open up, because I'm not a person that just open up. So like if I open up, it's just like so much is gonna come rushing up, like emotions and building. So that's when I began counseling. And I honestly believe if it wasn't for counseling at school, I would have went a whole nother way. Like I would have just turned left insane.
And I definitely recommend going to see your school counselor, going to see, just find somebody that you can talk to. I know a lot of times people don't, like, they feel like they don't have anybody to talk to, but, you know, I talk to my dog all the time. Like, you know, just release it in some type of way. I also keep a journal, and anything, I don't talk about every single thing that happens in a day, but like those big things that kind of bother me or I don't really know how to deal with, I write it in my journal, and I let it loose in a journal, and it stay there, and it's like, honestly, it lifts off of my chest when I write it down or when I tell it to somebody.
And even if you can't write, you know, you just find a way that'll help you cope.
Right.
Make yourself busy. Get on the computer.
Busy, yes.
Play some computer games. Go outside. Find a friend. You know, it's small things that can help you.
So how did you come up with it?
I wasn't really scared of my mom's reaction. I was more so of my dad. I never really had a relationship with my dad. This is kind of touching for me, but I never really had a relationship with my dad. He was always in and out of jail, but the one time he did get out of jail, he heard about an incident of me being gay, and my mom was like, okay, we about to go there by your dad, but I thought like we was gonna go do something for him because I haven't seen him in a long time, but
no, she did not set you up.
They really do that.
And I walked inside, and he was sitting on the couch, and he was like, sit down. He was like, tell me if you're gay, because I could just go back to jail right now.
Wow.
And I was just like, I can't say yeah. So I was like, no, I'm not gay, but now we don't have a relationship. And it's just really hard, you know, going through stuff like that. It's still hard for me because they're supposed to be like somebody that's supposed to protect you, you know, somebody who's supposed to, who you're supposed to look up to, and who's supposed to be there for you when you accomplish stuff. And it's just sad that you're just missing all of it, you know?
Right. I have a lot of recommendations. But to parents out there, especially fathers, especially fathers.
Right.
I know there's probably not going to be a lot of fathers watching my little talk show, but if you are one who's watching, all I can say is
please never abandon your child.
Right.
It's just so much that a child go through. You never know, like,
and they need your parents.
Yes, it's so much they're going in school, outside, and you just need somebody to talk to.
Because they can protect you forever.
I hold a lot of stuff in because sometimes I feel like I can't talk to my mom. We're not really on that level. We close, but sometimes I feel like I can't tell her stuff because of the way she reacts.
Yeah.
So I just be talking to, you know, my friends, but sometimes you want an older person's advice because they've been through a lot of stuff. So I just feel like parents should, you know, let their children talk. Just let them talk and, you know, just hear them out. Give them the best advice you could because this child might commit suicide tomorrow.
Right.
You know, anything could happen. So
Right.
just talk to your children and just be really lenient with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I want to ask, if you want to dress like a boy,
Why not be
the dreads and
Why not
everything,
be?
why not transition into a boy?
No offense to, I don't want to offend like the transgenders or anything, but I just honestly feel I came into this world as a woman. Let me just put on the side note, I don't want nobody to ever misconstrue this. Like, just because you're a dominant female and choose to wear, you know, boy clothes, don't never make anyone make you believe that you should feel like I need to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to embrace your feminist. Like, you know, it's okay to be that. You know, you don't have to just be hard all the time. It's okay to just be you. Like, that's what a lot of people get confused. That's why I don't hang with a lot of, because I see they're confused. Like, I'm not no man, never where I was trying to be. This is just how I'm comfortable. This is what I like.
Right.
You know, so I just feel as though I came into this world as a woman. I want to go out as a woman.
And you know, you are still really intact with your feminine side, and I think that's what helped our relationship stay so strong. Because let me tell you, if you start, I'd be like, girl, you can't do it. Goodbye.
And I think that's what shocked a lot of people. They see me and you judge the book by its cover before you even speak to me.
Yes.
Like, you know, I have those moments. I get rowdy, I get rugged, but at the same token, I'm just me. That's why I say I'm me. You can't label me. I'm just me. You never know. Someday I might Joe Skotty on some girly stuff. You never know which one you're gonna get, but that's my best friend. You know, I don't want you to ever feel like, oh, I just have to be a dude, or I have to be, you know, with this, you know, dude mentality. You don't have to be that. It's okay. You're a female. You're a woman. Like, that's what you was born in this world to be. You choose to live your life how you choose to live your life, but that's just not determined. You don't have to. And the whole dominant, like, that's not all about being a gay female. You know, you can just be however you want. There's no right or wrong to do this.
Yeah, Chance wanted to join us, guys. But I was saying, when you are confident in who you are, it draws that respect. And once she came out and I saw her attitude about it, was like, I don't care what these people
think. That's what I want to
think.
say to a lot of straight people too. Even if a lot of straight people watching this, please don't think that a gay person is trying to hit on you just because they're gay. That's a big problem that people have. I feel like if you such a straight man, you wouldn't be worried about if a gay person trying to hit on you or not.
You wouldn't even feel that vibe.
You wouldn't even feel it. You know, you wouldn't even be uncomfortable by it because you know who you are as a man and you know what you like as a man.
Right. I like. Oh my God, I agree with that so much.
I find that very disrespectful.
And then to add on to that, it's a way to shut a person down. Okay, you don't have to be like, oh, I ain't gay, you don't have to do all that. You could just be, oh, you know, that's not my thing, I don't do that, you know. Keep it going. But just to just to put somebody on blast, like, you don't have to do that. Which
most of the time, the person don't even be trying to hit on them, they just be feeling uncomfortable just because you're in their space. But I feel like if they're uncomfortable because you're in their space, then I mean, you're doing something right.
So, in conclusion, I just wanted to give y'all my quote of the day, which is, you cannot judge what brings others joy, and others cannot judge what brings you joy. We are all people at the end of the day. We all bleed the same blood.
All trying to get some money.
You know what I mean? Yeah, at the end of the day,
strive to survive.
Yes.
Everybody do the same.
Yes. If for straight people, if you are bothered by a gay person, just know this. If they're not taking money out of your pocket, if they're not killing you, if they're not taking sleep from you, mind your business. Move along. You know, do your own thing and don't worry about them. Let them live their life like they want to. And if y'all want to say something to gay people?
To people that are coming out, you know, again, just be yourself. Try to find things that'll keep you busy. Get your job. You know, it'll probably help. Find somebody to talk to.
Yes.
You might get lost in a really dark and empty place. So that's all.
My advice to coming out, just be strong and just be brave. And my advice to, like, you know, people that's already out there, been there, done it, don't be scared to share your experience and don't be scared of your past. Like, you know, a lot of gay people don't like to talk about what they did before they actually was full blown, you know, out there. Like, don't be scared of your past. That's what makes you. You saw that it wasn't you and you tried, you know, you tried, you know, it wasn't you. Like, don't be scared. And just be brave. That's what anybody coming out. Just be brave.
You never know, like, your story might help another person. A person might go through the same exact thing as you. And what you're telling them might help them,
Right.
might help them feel better, and it'll help them know like, okay, I'm not the only one going through this, so I might have there's another side to this, you know what I'm saying? So
it does get light.
Right. And I also recommend watching another episode of Couch Talks with Skotty, because this is what we're here for, to help you save a life, one life at a time. But again, y'all, thank you so much for watching another episode of Couch Talks with Skotty. Thanks for watching.